Destiny was live on Valuetainment when they got the news that the Tate brothers were released. But here's the thing. He was live debating the Tate brothers, and Tristan Tate's ex-girlfriend was also in the encounter. This is grade A entertainment, bruh. Let's get into it.
Investigations to alleged human trafficking, rape, and crime gang offenses. Andrew Tate, his brother, and 2 alleged female accomplices have been released on house arrest from Bucharest jail amid an ongoing investigation into alleged human trafficking. Tate, 36, was arrested December 29th, so today's the 31st of March, so that's 3 months ago, in Bucharest, along with Tristan, 2 Romanian women, Luana Radu and Georgina Nagzel, 32 and 28, on suspicion of several crimes. So they are now officially released on this. So Destiny, give us your opinion. Do you think are you happy to see Tate out? Are you disappointed? Do you want him to stay in jail?
I'm going to say
you want him rotting in a cell? What do you want?
From the very beginning,
go ahead,
you have
sir.
to wait for the process to play itself out.
Okay.
Half of what you're saying is not true. He hasn't been released. They've been released to house arrest.
Released on house arrest.
Yeah, but they're still detained, same as they were before. So they're
technically he has been released from prison.
Sure.
He's on house arrest.
He's still detained in such that an investigation is still ongoing.
Touché.
Number one.
Destiny is right. He's absolutely right. And that was one of the things that I was kind of confused about when I seen, I guess, people celebrating on the Fresh and Fit live stream. They were saying, yo, Andrew Tate finally got released. We told y'all they was lying. Locked the women up, when it's really no proof currently that they were lying, right? Again, me personally, I believe that Andrew Tate is not a sex trafficker. That's just me, though, right? But currently, he's still in the same position. He's still being detained. He just serving his detention at home on house arrest. So let's just all clarify and be on the same page. This is not an exoneration. This doesn't prove that Tate is innocent. If you didn't believe that Tate was innocent before this, you still don't believe him. If you did believe he was innocent before this, then you still believe he's innocent. This here doesn't prove either side correct.
Yes.
Number 2, we still don't know if they have charges for them. They could still be waiting to charge them until they finish their investigation. But then number 3, and I'll repeat again, you just have to wait for the investigation to play itself out. I think it's weird that all of the people that are big Tate fans are saying that this is like a big victory for them, because if all the charges were trumped up and it was some huge conspiracy, why are they getting released now? Wouldn't they have kept them for the whole 180 days? Like, if it is the case that they do their investigation, they're released to house arrest, and then in 30 days, they're completely released and there's no charges, what happened to all of the Matrix is locking them up and it's trumped up charges and blah, blah, blah? If that was the case, why wouldn't they have kept them for the full 180 days, or like fake charges and just charge them with something not real?
This is where I feel like Destiny tries to get too savvy and just too crafty, opposed to just arguing this point. You can't try to take a W out of both positions, right? Like, you can't be on the side of, yo, Andrew Tate is a sex trafficker. I know he's guilty. And, yo, I'm sure he's going to get charges. And then you also try to take a W away from, yo, well, if he gets released, that shows the Matrix ain't really after him. No, that don't mean nothing. You feel me, bro? Like, this could just be a humiliation ritual, which we see happen all the time. The plan from the very beginning could be to diminish his reputation, make him toxic waste, and make his influence diminish. That could just be the plan from the jump. There's no way to tell exactly what the plan is. But you can't try to take a W from both positions, bro. You got to pick a side, and whatever side you pick, you guys got to pray to God that that side comes out victorious, bro. You feel me? Because if that side don't come out victorious, then, yo, all content creators who was on that particular side loses credibility. Because if you're here saying, man, Andrew Tate is guilty, bro, ain't no way he's not guilty. And then in 30 days or in 180 days, when, let's say, he gets exonerated fully, now your credibility is shot and nobody's going to take you seriously.
A little counterintuitive to what you're saying, that possibly they're like, we got nothing on this guy, so the longer that we keep him in there, the more foolish we're going to look. So let's just put him on house arrest. Let's acknowledge that we have nothing, but we're not going to just completely acquit him. So we'll put him out there, we'll put him on house arrest, and we'll slow play this, almost like slow playing the news, like let's roll this thing out. All right, hey, charges have been dropped, but this is the big news. So when they do drop charges, potentially, hypothetically, then it won't be that grandiose.
Sure. You ever talk to people that invest in stocks, like individual stocks?
All the time.
It's similar to gambling in that you can invent any reason to buy a stock if you really want to. It might be fundamentals of a company. It might be maybe somebody's going to say something about a company. Maybe like you can always find a reason to do what you want to do if you're really trying to bullshit your way there. I feel like when it comes to the Tates, anything can happen, and it's going to be further justification of the conspiracy against him. So if they would have held him longer, it's because the trumped up charges and the corrupt Romanian government were trying to hold him for too long to maximize how much time they spend away from their kids. If they released them, well, it's because it was all trumped up in the very beginning, and they didn't have real charges, and now they're trying to release them to house arrest. If they do charge them, well, it's going to be the fake Matrix is coming after. Like, if they convict them, then it's going to be absolutely the fake Matrix. If they get charged and then they don't get convicted, well, it's because the charges were tried. Like, literally, no matter what happens, there's always like a reason why it was like the Matrix. What if it was the case that there's a legitimate investigation? They have or haven't found enough to charge him yet. We don't know, but maybe they do find enough, and maybe they don't. But maybe it started with like good impetus. Is that possible, or is that just like it's unfathomable to think? I think
y'all just got a class as to why Destiny is great as what he does, and is why he's a great debater, because you can't pin him down. Yo, he really tried to pass off as, yo, listen, if at the end of this, they're not charged with nothing, it's no harm, no foul, because, it was still a credible investigation. That's not how it works, Destiny. Like, you don't put a man in jail for 3 months, take away his cars, his $10 million in cash, and then say no harm, no foul. Bro, of course Destiny don't believe that. Of course he doesn't. But Destiny knows his credibility is at hand, because for months, Destiny has been saying there's no way Andrew Tate is not a sex trafficker. He's been saying that verbatim. No way. Of course he is. Of course he is. He admitted it himself. So if at the end of this, it comes out that Andrew Tate was not a sex trafficker, and there's not no evidence there to prove it, make no mistake about it, if those are the results, Destiny loses credibility. Now, you can probably determine how much that's going to affect us now, but he loses credibility. And that's why you're hearing Destiny be the most diplomatic he's ever been when discussing Andrew Tate. Now, Destiny, who is Mr. Of course Andrew Tate is a sex trafficker. Now, he's taking the stance of, I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm just saying we have to wait for the facts to come up. But at the very least, the Matrix ain't after him. It was a credible investigation. Now, that's the stance you taking? Really, Destiny? Come on, bro. Come on. At least take a stronger stance, bro. You feel me? I know you see defeat in the mirror, bro. I know you see defeat closing in, Destiny, but at least take a stronger stance, man. All right, but take your L. Trust, bro, we know you great. Just take your L. We know you good at what you do. Just take your L, man.
I think anyone would be foolish to say anything's not possible at this point. Nobody knows anything.
Well, yeah, but you're clearly leaning into a side where it's like,
I'm leaning into a side, and let's play a game that's called odds, right? Odds that he's guilty and odds that he's innocent. So these are odds. I'm going with odds that there's 90% chance that he's innocent.
Wait.
Meaning,
is it odds?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you mean that he's like actually innocent, or that he's like acquitted or like charged with a crime?
I guess both. Because
what Destiny just said is very important when discussing Destiny's future in talking about this Andrew Tate situation. After Andrew Tate gets found not guilty, or after no charges is brought against Andrew Tate, Destiny is going to continue a stance of course he's a sex trafficker. Of course he is. He just wasn't charged with nothing. Does being charged not mean you guilty? Does being charged disqualify you from being guilty? Come on. At this point, it got to be something personal, yo. Destiny got to have a personal vendetta against Andrew Tate, bro. Because it don't make sense how gun-hold he is to making sure he don't ever give Andrew Tate an inch of victory, bro, when it comes to this whole sex trafficking thing.
What are your odds that he's acquitted and this is...
Based on everything that I've seen from him, I feel like there's a decent chance he'll get charged and convicted. That's what I feel.
So give me some odds.
So I would lean like 65, 70% that he would get...
That he's guilty, convicted. So there's a 30% chance in your world that he's innocent.
Yeah.
For me personally, bro, I always give it 50-50. Meaning, I don't think Andrew Tate is guilty of what they're accusing him of, but I'm not putting nothing past nobody. I don't care how much I idolize, how much, I think this person is cool. I ain't putting nothing past nobody. But the fact that Destiny, who absolutely hates Andrew Tate, yes, you're about to see Destiny express how much he hates Andrew Tate. The fact that Destiny will give him a 30% chance of being innocent clearly shows, bro. Like, that's all you need to know in terms of like Andrew Tate's chances of being quote unquote innocent. If his biggest hater is giving him a 30% chance of being innocent.
Who do you think hates him the most?
Probably women. I don't know. Probably women, I think.
Yeah, Destiny, who do you think hates him the most?
Me.
Why do you hate him so much?
Because he's like a garbage human being. It's just the easiest person in the world to hate.
My question is, will he be able to live stream on house arrest?
He should be able to, right?
We'll see. We'll see about that.
That's the only thing I'm curious about is he going to start doing his lives again? Because he's going to be making money at home.
All right, so here's a question. If he is able to live stream, will he be as popular as he was?
More
popular or less popular?
More.
Even more.
So you think that this is going to be something that's going to backfire against the people that want to see his downfall?
Yep.
For sure. Yeah, 100%.
So he's only going to come back stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Destiny,
people
would you
wanna
agree to that as well?
If just as
I know,
somebody
we
that's-
know you're not tuning
Yeah,
into his
no,
live
as somebody
stream.
that's been in the internet for a long time,
Yes.
this is like my feeling. My
Yeah.
feeling is that when he comes back immediately, he'll get really popular. But I feel like we're kind of moving on from a lot of like the big red pill explosive popularity stuff. So unless he changes up and starts talking about other stuff, I feel like it's going to wane a little bit.
Do you think
Yeah, definitely got to cut it, man. Here's why Andrew Tate will be more popular, or at the very least, just as popular. Andrew Tate has ascended past the realms of content creation. He's now a thought leader. He's somebody who his opinion changes the landscape of the culture. Teachers, administrators, and schools were asking for him to be banned because this man was changing the personalities of teens. He was changing the personality of an entire generation of kids and young boys coming up. He's now a thought leader. So it's not going to be, yo, we want to hear Andrew Tate opinion on men and women. No. It's going to be, we want to hear Andrew Tate opinion on why this cow is breathing. He's beyond just a content creator, bro. So even with the quote-unquote red pill, even if it wanes, Andrew Tate is not going to be affected. He has ascended into the tier of thought leader now, right? Andrew Tate is in like the breath of a Socrates or Nostradamus, especially in this climate where Andrew Tate is now being exalted as a martyr. Now, Andrew Tate probably set it up perfectly. He probably knew he was being investigated. He probably knew charges were coming. So he set it up perfectly and instilled in the minds of a lot of people, yo, the Matrix is after me because I'm too influential. I'm spitting that good stuff. I'm giving too much truth. Now they're after me. So when he was arrested, it rang out to a lot of people like, oh, no, yo, Andrew Tate told us the Matrix was coming after him. It must be because he's telling too much truths. So now people see him as a martyr. It's beyond content creation at this point. Red pill or no red pill, Andrew Tate will be here forever. While Destiny and the girls and this dude was continuing their conversation, one of the girls actually admitted that she used to date Tristan Tate.
Brody, you want to weigh in on this? What are the odds that he's innocent, guilty? Do you have any strong feelings on this that you want to get off your chest?
Okay. So for transparency's sake, I briefly dated Tristan Tate, like maybe 2.5 years ago before they rose to fame. So you can imagine what that's been like, watching everything go down. It's hard for me to have an opinion because of that. But I would probably say that if you take whatever they say for face value, then it would be really easy to arrest them. But if you believe everything that they say, then that's on you. Like, I think it's kind of...
You're saying that they're kind of playing a caricature?
I don't know if it's a character. I didn't spend enough time with them to know. It's hard for me to say that I have a negative opinion because it didn't end well between me and Tristan. So I don't want to speak out of emotion.
When I hear date for 2 months, I don't believe it, bro. I think that Tristan Tate was probably clapping her cheeks for 2 months. Right? She was one of many Miami chicks he was just running through for 2 months. She had no title. It was not exclusive at all. The story of how they met pretty much confirmed my suspicion that this wasn't no exclusive chick, that she was a scallywag that he was beating down when he was in Miami, man.
Okay.
But I will say that I think, looking back at conversations that I've had and then seeing what has happened, what has transpired, I think back and I think like, man, like, could that have been an attempt to bring me over there? So that's something that I have considered. That being said, I also think that there has been... Sorry that I'm emotional.
No, it's okay. Get it off your chest.
Yeah, no, it's just something I look at it and I try to be level-headed. So I think like innocent until proven guilty. I'm not one to villainize anyone. And I also think that him being in prison has also deified him and made him a martyr. So I think that him getting out of this and going and doing live streams, I think he's going to blow up and be even more successful. I think there's a reason that society has a need for a Tristan Tate.
Tristan couldn't have treated her that bad, bro, because she's sounding like she still want Tristan's beef stick. Like she's sounding like she still want the love muscle. She still want her cheeks clapped by Tristan.
Way back when, I was like 21 at the time, when I was dating him, I didn't know enough about him. I was so starstruck. I just saw this really powerful, strong man who had a bunch of other powerful people around him. So that was, to me, really exciting. But the minute that I learned about all of the other stuff, about how he has a girlfriend in every other state, that was for me when it was no longer even a possibility that we would be together.
So it wasn't attractive to you that he had other women other places? Did you think that
It was
you were the only girl at
disappointing.
the point?
At that point, I did. I didn't. I was really naive, obviously.
You're 21. I mean,
they didn't have an online presence the same way that they do now.
and how did you guys meet initially?
We met.
Don't
through,
tell me it was at a yacht in Miami.
It was at a yacht in Miami. It was through Fresh and Fit.
Can't make this up. Okay.
You see how these chicks are delusional? She met Tristan through Fresh and Fit, where the entire show is about how men should have more than one woman and how men should not be faithful. So she met Tristan on a yacht in Miami and thought that she was going to be the only chick. These chicks are delusional. Listen, the minute you say, yo, I was attracted to him because he was powerful, it shows you are hypergamous. And if you're hypergamous, then what should really matters is, yo, can he provide for me?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it was a Fresh and Fit
Yeah.
yacht party in Miami. You
Yeah, and
met.
it was like- it
and he
was-
treated you well, at least initially.
Was like, he told me immediately. Like, I was so stupid. I'm so embarrassed to even talk about this. I never thought I would talk about this publicly.
Well, you're
I'm
there
like
now,
red.
so just get it off your chest. The world's going to be better for it.
I've seen him speak in interviews since, and I've
Mm-hmm.
seen him explain the tactics that he uses. And I've seen. I'm sad. I'm sorry. This is so embarrassing. I cry all the time, by the way. It's like not even. It's no big deal. So yeah. So he really made me feel loved. And then he flipped like that.
While she's talking, Destiny is to the side right now, rubbing his hands like Birdman, man, licking his chops. Getting ready to pounce, bruh. Because at this point, he got the ammo he needs, bruh. All right, so then the host asks Destiny, well, hold up now, isn't what she's describing happens with Tristan Tate just a normal interaction with F-boys? Is this really abuse?
Can't it be said that that's common in a lot of relationships, right? Like, no, you don't think so? You don't think a guy, you don't think guys in general will tell girls what they want to hear, and then once they get what they want,
these are the jokes that I said on
they
my
kind of
stream.
flip? Go ahead.
Without getting like too deep in all of this, because I don't want to trash everybody, okay? When I listen to like the dating advice and everything given by like the red pill community, most of it is like the most like virgin-y incel shit I've ever heard in my life. Like the idea that like one guy can juggle 5 women and they'll feel like more competitive for it is like bullshit. But if you watch Tristan's videos on picking up women and the strategies that he talks about, he is very clearly very experienced at what he does. But it's not like the normal of like you know you're trying your best when you're like meeting a girl initially. It is like a whole series of like tactics that are like optimized to like take advantage of somebody's like vulnerabilities and to make them feel as special as possible in a short amount of time as possible, while like not really being forthcoming with like your intentions.
Yeah.
It's hard to admit that you've been manipulated when it's shameful to be a person that was manipulated, even though the person that manipulated you is online talking about how he manipulates people like you. So and then on top of that, all of the Top G fans, who, by the way, after we dated, Tristan very kindly posted a video where he was talking about me. And so all of his fans ended up bombarding me and slut shaming me, which I hate that term. I'm so independent, and I'm annoyed when girls are easily manipulated, and then to have that happen to me, and to
This chick has yet to describe the level of abuse she's claiming she went through. When she's saying, yo, I was manipulated, I was lied to. Yeah, of course, most women are lied to, bruh. But she's acting like she is traumatized, bruh. Shaking, talking, crying, bruh, quivering her lips. It comes off as if, yo, she just wants attention, bruh. Because I haven't heard anything that she has said that comes to the level of abuse. It sounds like she was lied to. Her cheeks was getting clapped for free ski by Tristan, and he ain't commit to her. She's exposing herself. She's a chick who is highly manipulative, and she's upset that Tristan played a game better than her. She's a chick who thinks she's quote unquote different from other girls. But we all know chicks like that, right? Who are getting, their cheeks clapped, who are whores. Let's be real, they're whores. But they don't believe they're whores, right? They think they're different than other girls. Like they think that you view them differently than you view other girls. But in fact, you group them all together. And it's a harsh reality when they wake up and they realize, yo, I'm just like them other girls. I'm no different. And that's who this chick is, bro. You feel me? Like she thinks she's smarter than other girls. She thinks she's more cerebral. She understands men better than other girls. She thinks she's manipulative. And Tristan just played the game a little bit better. But she also said something about slush shaming. And I believe that's the true purpose right there. Slush shaming. Because she's publicly being attached to Tristan Tate, other men are not taking her seriously, as you're about to hear.
Then have all this like online. It's.
So what do you want the world to know? Since this is a very personal issue, we're basically weighing in. Have any of you guys ever met?
That it's even making me emotional.
Okay.
That's to that extent.
I don't think this is affecting your life, so I don't.
I think like the girls that worked for them and put themselves in that situation. At least within a week or two, I was like, wait a minute, something's off here.
What did I say, yo? This chick is the chick who thinks she's better than most women. She thinks, all right, it couldn't possibly be her. Now she's trying to set herself apart saying, those chicks are stupid. They got manipulated for way longer. I only got manipulated for 2 weeks and I spotted it. It doesn't matter. You still got manipulated and got your cheeks clapped, bruh. This
is not okay. Something's not right here. I look at the girls that got into that situation where they're in Romania, and I don't know whether or not they're sex trafficked, and I can't make any. What I do know is that there's definitely manipulation going on, but manipulation is not illegal. So,
valid point.
Yeah, it's not illegal. I look at those girls, and I think it's your responsibility.
For sex trafficking, it is. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a good point.
Anyway,
but that's what we can't quite prove yet. But
Brody, because we'll wrap up because we got a lot of stuff we got to cover today. Anything else you want to get off your chest that you want to just so you're at peace with the situation? Because obviously it's very brave of you to just put your shit out there this.
I was not planning on speaking.
I know you weren't. You didn't have to, and you wanted to, and I respect that. Final thoughts before we move on because we're not going to spend the whole episode on this.
I guess I'll just say I just want to share one more thing that happened since I dated Tristan. I dated somebody new. I really liked him. We were dating for a long time. And when Tristan and Andrew got sent to prison, I called my boyfriend. I was like, this is crazy. Like, this guy that I dated is in prison. And my boyfriend said to me, are you talking about Tristan Tate? And I said, yeah. And he goes, I was just wondering what kind of girl would possibly be manipulated by them. So I just want to.
So this what this is all about? You really liked the guy and he didn't like you no more, or he dumped you because he found out you was dating Tristan Tate? He found out that you was getting smashed, your cheeks was getting clapped with no commitment, and he felt like a sucker because he committed to you? Bro, he felt like a fool. Wait, hold up now, bro. I made this chick a wifey. I wifed her up, and another dude was called Tristan Tate was running game on her and clapping her cheeks for free without committing. Why should I commit? And he left you. It's okay, bro. This reminds me of the chick who was in the bathroom getting clapped by 2 football players, right, at a party. And then she, after getting trained, the following day, a guy who really, a guy she really liked, right, a guy she was trying to pursue and date, he found out that she got trained by 2 football players in the bathroom, and he, couldn't take her seriously no more. So instead of just owning it and moving on and finding a new guy, she makes up this elaborate story about how she was sexually assaulted and raped by these 2 football players, and they eventually got arrested. They went through the whole court process just to find out, she was lying after she confessed. Chicks like this are dangerous, bro. Stay away from her, yo. She made up all these elaborate things, played a victim, traumatizing, quivering, scared, crying, all because your boyfriend found out that you was getting your cheeks clapped without being committed to, and he felt like a fool because he committed to you.
I just want to ask anyone who's watching this, just... This is so pathetic. I'm so embarrassed. I'm fine. Just try not to judge. It's not something I'm proud of.
Mm-hmm. She's been almost crying for the last 30 minutes, bro, and we didn't see a droplet of tears yet, bro. Cut that act, man. I ain't buying it, bro. Y'all let me know in the comment section. What's your take on this, man? Do you think that Destiny has a point in regards to his stance on Andrew Tate being released, or do you think, man, that the top G is innocent, he ain't never done nothing, and Destiny is tripping? And in regards to this chick, man, do y'all believe her story, man? Do y'all think that Tristan Tate abused her? Let me know in the comment section, all right? It's your boy, Poetic Flacco. Peace.